What you see in your hometown, you grow used to, accustomed to in some ways, and see it as normal. When you see it in somebody else's area, you learn to appreciate it a little bit more, what you've got, and you look a little closer at what your town doesn't have and what they may need.
Typically, we run a rat race. We're constantly moving, working for our business or our family. To step back and give to some people or organization that may not have all the blessings that we have is how I look at service.
We're furthering the kingdom of heaven here on earth, and we're giving back to our community and to those in need. And that's what the work, the everyday work of building boats or engines or whatever it is that a Pleasurecraft company may do, that's what it fuels, that's what it feeds. And we get to be a part of that higher purpose.
I'm happy to be out with about 100 of our employees this week and next at the Screaming Eagles Athletic Complex in Little Mountain, South Carolina. Our team is here working hard to build a facility that will be used by special needs children all across this region.
Our son Braden is the inspiration behind the Screaming Eagles. Just celebrated his 18th birthday. He, like his friends, needed a place to play. So Screaming Eagles was born, and now we have upwards of 50 to 60 that play with us. Special needs of all ages and all abilities.
We kind of looked at the situation, and the facilities around our community weren't adequate enough, and seeing what these colleges were building for these athletes, I had a God moment to where, if they can build that for athletes, we can sure build that for the special needs community.
I used to work at Pleasurecraft Engine Group, and we had a connection with Screaming Eagles, which is about a half a mile from Pleasurecraft, and we found out that the Screaming Eagles was right next door, and we found out that they are special needs athletics and that they needed help.
With working with Screaming Eagles for several years, we see all these grandiose plans that are just going to take a long time to achieve because, again, it is a small community as we're here trying to support one another. We knew that we could have immense impact with the Screaming Eagles. So we raised our hand. We asked to be considered, and we were very fortunate to be chosen as a service trip for 2025.
I think both of us just maybe looked at one another and just cried. We were shocked. I don't think at that time that we realized how this was going to impact us.
Hi, my name is Aaron Morrell. I'm a special projects engineer for Nautique Boat Company and also the global service planning coordinator for Pleasurecraft. I helped put together a lot of the plans for the projects, so I've been running around to the groups, making sure that things are going to plan. We're inside the Perch now, which is a house over 100 years old that we're helping get set up. This is a house they recently purchased that wasn't set up for special needs or any of the functions that they're trying to provide to the children. Back here in this room is going to be an arts and crafts room. This area is an area where the kids are going to be able to do arts and crafts. We're doing a nice cork wall for them where they'll be able to hang up pictures or drawings that they do. I'm moving into here. This is actually a library and conference room where the kids can have books and stuff to read, but then also board members can kind of host their meetings. They got volunteers from all over the community that come together, and this will be a nice meeting room for them to host those meetings. We're at the front of the house here. We are installing a railing. The team poured a concrete pad yesterday with a small little step. This is just gonna make sure that nobody, is falling off that edge and provides a nice walkway and kind of finishes this area. This is the pergola and backyard area. They're building 3 pergolas. We got a bench getting put together here. We have a swing bed over there in the corner, and then there'll be a table and chairs underneath that. That's just gonna be a really good area for them to have the kids and the parents at night gather around a fire pit. This group here, they're gonna be extending this roof about 10 feet. And this is gonna give some nice outdoor storage area for lawnmowers, wheelbarrows, some of that stuff that they don't really have a weather protected area for. We're down at the pavilion area, down at the fields here. This is where they're hosting baseball, soccer games. This pavilion area is gonna be really nice. We're building 15 picnic tables for them, a place where they can have meals together, gather together. We're gonna be laying 24 pallets of sod, covering this whole area, making it nice so that when it rains or anything like that, we don't have to walk through any mud. So this is gonna turn into a really nice area here by the end of the trip. Over here, we're working on an announcer's booth. So this is gonna be for, the kids are gonna be able to get their names shouted out, up to bat next. And so the kids are really gonna love this. And so this has been a really cool building to see come together. We are headed down to the Creek Bridge area. So right now we're going down like a nature trail. And so this is gonna be a nice area for the kids to take a walk. This will be for that nature trail coming through, but also we'll be able to accommodate side-by-sides or golf cart or anything trying to get over this area here.
Super impressed with the amount of work that has been done, the organization without the help from Pleasurecraft. This would have taken them years to accomplish what we've been able to accomplish in 2 weekends. I tell our team often that we don't just build boats. Like, we come in and we build boats, and yes, we're building dreams for people, but the work and the effort we put in goes so much further.
Para mí significa mucho estos tipos de eventos que organiza Pleasurecraft. Es mi pasión ayudar a la gente, para mi ser y para las organizaciones que estamos ayudando. No solo ser parte de un equipo, ser parte de la gente que estamos ayudando, para poder ser alguien y sentirte orgulloso de que tú pudiste ayudar a alguien en este tipo de ayuda.
Been doing the service trips with Pleasurecraft now. This is my 6th trip. I met people from all over the world. People that I would have never had the opportunity to meet and get to know. People see in us what we don't see in ourselves. And through this, we reach our higher expectations from others.
It really touched me to be able to be a part of this, because just as the parents were saying that, like, there's not a lot of opportunities in small towns, and I come from a really small town. So I understand, how that feels and what this gives them.
To actually have an event like this where we not only get to come together across all of our organizations, but to come into a community, into a town, and serve everybody else, it's just a true, genuine blessing.
Can you share a moment from this trip that specifically stuck out to you the most?
I got to play softball. I haven't played softball in 40, 50 some odd years, and it was so much fun.
My partner was Laura, and she, so sweet. She was so sweet, and she just loved everything about it, and it just made me feel like so good inside that it made her feel good.
Luke was extremely excited the first time I met him. He immediately said, "I just want a girl, I pick you, let's go, we're running." And then to come back the second week, and not sure if Luke would remember who I was, and if he'd pick me, who knew? Immediately he saw me and he was running and jumping and super excited. His mom came over, told me he's been waiting for this all week. He's been talking about this experience.
I think there's a stigma whenever you see an individual that's, has special needs. There's a stigma about approaching him because you just don't know. And again, we're trying to break that stigma. So one of my goals is whenever we'll play a ball, for parents to be able to sit and enjoy the game. So we usually have 3 to 4 friendly helpers per game to come down and assist with the children. I think the friendly helpers get more out of it than the kids do. It's an amazing experience. You can see that apprehensiveness slowly dissipate once they get out and they start engaging with our athletes.
And just to feel that everybody's welcome here. We might have some that look a little different, but they're listening. And they're here, and they deserve just everything that any typical child or adult would get.
I am a faithful person, so I do believe in community, and I believe in church, and I believe that there are so many good people out there. And in a world that we live in now, you just don't see that. I've never lost hope, and this is one more reason that I will never lose hope.
What we're really trying to do is encourage other people to lend a hand. Everybody's role is important to having a successful trip. And so I think it's just, in any way that you can, lending a helping hand. and letting Jesus' light shine through the works that you're doing. I just encourage everyone to give that a chance because, again, it not only is bettering the people, in your local community or those around you, but, you end up getting something for it from yourself as well.
We really truly believe that faith is a big part of what we do. And so we really want to get out and be the hands and feet of Jesus. And because I work for a boat company, I have to use a water reference. We wanted to create a ripple effect. And that idea is that when we make an impact in the community, we're going to leave. We're only here for 4 days, like we said, but we want that to continue both with our organization, one of our companies that's here in this area, but also some of the other organizations that can tack onto that and make that happen as well. People are going to know about Screaming Eagles now, and they're going to want to know how they can jump in and help and be a part of that. And that's just one small aspect of what we do. But here's the other cool thing. It really makes an impact on the people that are doing this. People are hot, people are sweaty, people gave of their own time to come here. It makes no sense in a lot of ways, and yet they leave with full hearts. They leave feeling more impacted almost than the people that they were helping.
You will leave a completely different person. And then from when you arrived, and then when you go on the next service trip, when you see those same people and the same faces, and you hug people because you hadn't seen them in a year, and you picked up right where you left off, that is just a feeling like no other.
Over the years, our employees have told me often that time serving others with our Pleasurecraft team is their best week of the year. But it not only impacts the people that we go to help, it impacts us. It makes us better people. It drives a culture at Pleasurecraft of working to make life better. Yeah, we want to build the world's best boats and we want to build the world's best engines, but more importantly, we want to use our platform for good. So I'm just so excited to see so many of our team once again this year out serving, trying to help others, and trying to make life better on everyone we come in contact with.